Let's do that. Let's jump to the waiver wire.
Games next week. The Cavs have 5. Cleveland has 5 games. There are 7 teams with just 3 games. Brooklyn, Charlotte, Memphis, who we discussed, Minnesota, the Pelicans, Phoenix, and Utah. Everybody else has 4 games, and the Cavs have 5. Alex, who's your first waiver wire selection?
Available in 50% of leagues player for me is Drew Eubanks. Available in exactly 50% of Yahoo leagues, 11%. He's only rostered in 11% of ESPN leagues. He just signed his 4th 10-day contract, the first ever intern to start at center. From what I could gather from people on Twitter complaining and informing other Twitter users and the beat reporters, it sounds like they don't have official roster spot for him, but they can keep signing him to 10-day contracts because of all the injuries on the roster. So whether those injuries are real or fabricated, I'm sure that will continue being the case. Even though it's kind of disrespectful. Yeah. Past 2 weeks, he's ranked 52nd per game, 16.1 points on 65% shooting, 8.9 rebounds, 2.7 assists. Not really a stocks guy. But he has arguably been their best player during this stretch, so he's probably worth
just for showing up, just for being there every game.
Absolutely, just doing his thing, scoring around the basket, grabbing some rebounds. That's it. Your best player on the team. Yeah, I got nothing to add besides that. Just because he's just a starting center on a team.
It's an ugly lineup night tonight in Portland. Ugly.
Yeah, Ken. Who are you turning to?
I'm going to go with a very familiar name. It's a bit of a stretch as far as available in 50% of leagues, but Kevin Love, new starter for your Cleveland Cavaliers. He's available in only 130 Yahoo leagues, but he's only rostered in 31% of ESPN leagues. I'm not sure I've stressed this enough. The Cavs have 5 games next week. He just replaced Lamar Stevens in the starting lineup, and last night posted nice line of 12 points, 10 boards, 4 assists with 2 3-pointers. He's a guy that can get hot at any moment from behind the arc. Cleveland's struggling, and I think the lineup switch to get Love in the starting lineup's a smart move. So I just love the addition of Kevin Love as a free agent pick this week.
I agree, Ken. And with 5 games on the slate next week, you can really make an argument, especially in deeper formats. If you're rostering, a player who's outside the top 150, who only has 3 games next week, you can make an argument for Okoro or Osman. One of these other low-level guys, end of rotation players on the Cavs. I know Okoro starts and sees a bucket load of minutes. The production's not really there for him, but he's owned in like 88% of Yahoo leagues. And with 5 games, the stats will add up. So, if you're arguing between Okoro's 5 games or Grant Williams 3 or whatever random player is towards the end of your bench, go pick up Okoro. He's gonna be worth more to you for next week while you fight for your playoff life.
And if you need threes, Osman's hitting 2 a game, so that's 10. 5 games, 2 a game, 10 threes.
Sorry, Alex, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was going to say, I have Levert in our 14 team where he might get a start over Patrick Beverley this week. I also picked up Hartenstein. I picked him up in that league.
Wait, you don't have Hartenstein?
I have Hartenstein and Beverley now. I'm a man of my word. I have both those players on my roster now. I did the thing.
Shannon, who is your over 50%, available at over 50% of leagues guy?
I'm going to Oklahoma City. And looking at Trey Mann, the 21-year-old guard has been on fire recently. Over the past 7 games, he's averaging 31.5 minutes, 18.7 points, 5.1 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3.6 3-pointers made. He's started 6 of the past 7 games. I expect him to start, probably the majority of games, if not all of the games down the stretch. I really question how many games SGA or Josh Giddey will be playing for the tanking Thunder these last couple weeks of the season, but Trey Mann will probably be out there. So I'm picking him up if he's available in your leagues. He's available in about 55% of Yahoo leagues right now.
And we don't know who they're going to draft, but you'd say as of right now, they're planning on Trey Mann being their starting shooting guard next season. Get him some experience. And he loves to light it up in garbage time. And there's going to be a lot of garbage time for this Thunder team rest of the way. He lit up the Celtics when that game was over, like midway in the third. They just said, nah, just keep shooting. He put up 35 points. It's on fire.
Yeah, main thing you have to watch out for with Mann is efficiency.
Alex, why don't you put on your blue suede shoes and take us to Memphis?
Tyus Jones is my long shot of the week. Not really a long shot because I'm pretty confident. But we mentioned it. John Morant's out 2+ weeks. Tyus Jones as a starter is 12 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds, 1.2 steals, hits a couple threes. I think he has more steals upside beyond that. Shannon also mentioned Desmond Bane is going to get a boost as well. I suppose Dylan Brooks could be available in more leagues than Bane, so he's worth a look as well. Melton, you just got to kind of evaluate the whole backcourt, see who's getting minutes. But Jones, to me, is he's just the guy he's going to start. He's going to play more minutes.
Brooks will score, but he'll also shoot about 38% from the field. So you got to watch the percentages. But
Brooks,
Jones,
Brooks loves taking 20 shots. Let's put it that way.
Right. It's bad percentage on a high volume is the problem. Yeah.
Ken, who's your long shot?
My long shot, a bit of a stretch to call him a long shot. Of those Sacramento Kings, Davion Mitchell, 39% rostered in Yahoo, but only 10% rostered on ESPN. The Kings have 4 games next week. Mitchell has started the last 3 games, and as Shannon mentioned earlier, a little concerned how often the Kings are going to rest Fox throughout the end of the season. Last 6 games, Mitchell's averaged 19 points, 4.3 dimes, 1 steal, and 2.3 made 3-pointers, while also shooting a nice 50% from the field, something not happening for Mitchell in the first half of the season. Finally shooting well, feeling confident. We already know he plays great defense. I think the Kings would be wise to keep Mitchell in the starting lineup and give him a lot of run.
Kings are 5.5 games back from the 10 seed. So not really sure they'll get in to the play-in tournament. So yeah, Fox.
Once again, you're like, why do they still have Harrison Barnes? Why?
Yeah, and why do they have Sabonis and not Halliburton?
Let's get older.
Yeah. Oh man, Shannon, who is your long shot?
I've got for the long shot. I've got a starting point guard in the NBA. Portland Trailblazers Chris Dunn started the most recent game against San Antonio. Everyone laughs. Yeah. But
steals.
He's widely available. Over the past week, he is a top 90 player. He ranks 82nd. He's available in 86% of Yahoo leagues. And I don't expect a lot from Dunn, but he can do what he's been doing over the last 5 games: 26 minutes, 8.4 points, 5.6 assists, and 2 steals per game. So that's Chris Dunn. That's exactly what he's always been able to contribute on the NBA floor. And if you need steals, if you need assists, he's a streaming option for you. I would probably be more likely to pick him up in a daily league where you're streaming in options than a weekly format. Yeah. But he's worth consideration if you need those 2 categories.
Well, Alex says our website injury expert for the NBA. What are your thoughts on Anthony Simons and what Portland may or may not do with him? Allegedly, game time decision for tonight, but boy, hasn't played in looks like 10 games or so.
Yeah, I'm a fan of teams that list guys day to day and they miss a month. I think that's not malpractice. I think it's great stuff. I think you're, it's great to the fans who buy tickets. And but I have no idea, man. No idea. Will he come back tomorrow and start playing 40 minutes again and put up 30 points a game? Maybe. Will they just sit? I don't know. I endorse the Chris Dunn pickup. I think he's 2 steals a game with 4 or 5 assists. I think you just do it and hope that they don't bring back Simons.
Yeah.
Um,
Brandon Williams has really tailed off for him, so the minutes are there for Dunn for sure. And what a nightmare lineup. Yeah, if you're a season ticket holder for the Trailblazers, ooh.
you just got to enjoy the Eubanks Chris Dunn pick and roll game. I mean, there's just not. That's kind of what you signed up for, I guess.
Yeah. It's a good food town. Just go out to dinner. Don't skip the game.
Yeah, exactly.
You
have a dull suggestion, Ken.
I do. I don't know. I wrote it in the notes last week, though I missed the show. So I don't know if you mentioned it, but it doesn't get any duller than this. Dwight Powell, your starting center for the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas has 4 games next week, and Powell always starts. His last 12 games, he's put up a reasonably useful 12.2 points, 6.2 rebounds, and half a block while shooting a nice 68% from the field. It's very boring, but those are some useful counting stats. And then I'll also throw out there, even duller, Lamar Stevens, recently benched for Cleveland, but with their injuries, they've got very little depth. Last 3 games, Stevens has put up almost 16 points, almost 6 rebounds, and 1 stock game while shooting 61% from the field. And as we've mentioned, Stevens' Cavaliers have 5 games next week.
Dwight Powell's always been that field goal percentage guy. Catches a lot of lobs from Luka Doncic. Not doing much else.
Try RotoWire today, free for 10 days. Get our premium tools, rankings, analysis, and breaking news alerts. No credit card required. Go to rotowire.com/try.